So guys, UFC 251. So I'm just going to talk about the two fights on the main card: Volkanovski versus Max Holloway, and Usman versus Masvidal. Now the first one that I saw which was Masvidal versus Usman. Overall, that was a good fight, and at the beginning of the fight, I could see that, and I can hear the commentators and some other YouTubers say this, that Masvidal did make the mistake of using all his energy at the beginning of the fight in the first round, because I could see that towards the end of the last round he was getting tired. In fact, halfway through the first round, I could see him tiring a little bit since he used all his energy on throwing blows and leg kicks. And yeah, but overall that was a good fight. The the other fight that I want to talk about, and I do agree with what other people are saying, that the judges made a really big, stupid mistake in who they made the winner, is the Volkanovski versus Holloway fight. And I have to say that in that fight, I do agree that I completely disagree with the not agree, but I completely disagree with the judge's decision. Even Dana White openly said it himself at the press conference that the true winner, more or less, should have been Max Holloway, because I watched that fight. I actually went back and watched the highlights several times, and I could see that Max Holloway actually was giving it his all in every single round. And I know an expert in MMA. I'm really just more or less a novice. I've taken an interest in the sport, and my interest in the sport has grown since I started kickboxing. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, seeing the rounds and the highlights, actually, I understood now why other YouTubers and other podcasters, other MMA fighters, all more or less said the same thing. The real winner of that fight was Max Holiday, and it was really, really, I know, soul crushing for him. I saw the press conferences after the fight, and he wasn't even there. It was Volkanovski, which understandably, because in the eyes of the judges, he's won that fight. So I can understand why Max Holloway, didn't show up for that press conference. And I would feel the same way as well. If you know you've done well in a challenge or a sport, and unfortunately you weren't given your due credit or rewarded, you weren't given that sort of credit you deserve, because you put the work in, and it's clear to see. I watched the all 5 rounds at least several times before making this video, so I could be sure of what I was saying. But yeah, initially before making this, in fact, initially before watching the UFC 251, I was told by some people that this fight really is just the event overall has been overhyped, and probably not. So I don't fully agree with that. I mean, I watched the fights, at least the two fights from the main card, and they were good. I enjoyed them. So yeah, I'm not going to say much else, because still this is a sport that I'm still very new to. There's still a lot of things that I'm yet to learn, and the kickboxing that I've started really, I know it's just that much of what MMA is about. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. But that, based on what I saw, I just want to give my brief opinion on the two fights that I saw. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like, and please do subscribe. Thanks.